Ever feel like an outsider? Like a fashion mess? Well, join me on a magical journey to meet your new fairy godmother. She'll make you over and teach you to embrace what makes you different. Don't be a drag, learn from a drag queen. I'm Jonny Makeup, and this is Transfashionable. Amber is my neighbor who just moved here from jolly old England. Amber has been taking these drum lessons from my super hottie roommate, Carlos.
What's wrong?
I don't know, I can't do this stupid beat.
You're just trying too hard.
I see when she's playing drums that she has it in her to like really rock out and take it to the next level, but there's a little bit of a wall.
What happened?
I don't know, I can't, my timing's with myself.
Just do it with more confidence. Believe in yourself, you can do it. Just put some of you in there.
I moved from London 6 months ago. It's really difficult starting over completely. I just felt like I didn't have any friends. It's difficult. I'm just feeling kind of lonely. Oh, I'm thinking about it way too much. When I first started school, it was really nerve-wracking. Everyone's talking about the new person who's coming into school, but also a lot of judgment goes on. People choose people to pick on behind their backs or to their face, whatever it might be, and it's really difficult.
What's wrong?
I'm giving up on this beat.
No, don't. It's yours. You can do it.
Scrap it.
Scrap it?
Scrap it. I think this whole school thing and feeling out of place there has kind of linked to drumming, where I also feel kind of unconfident.
It's alright, you can do it. You just need a little confidence, really, that's all.
Amber, your daddy's here. Come with me. I decide that I am going to crash Carlos and Amber's drum lesson. I wanted Amber to be like a character of herself and just really let her inner self out. Okay, JK, your dad's really not here, but I'm here for you.
What?
If you want to be a rock and roll drummer, you need the full look, and it's not a one gay kind of job, and I have just the queen who could help you. So what do you say? You're game? You want to ditch?
Yeah,
practice?
I'm down.
I feel when I first moved to LA, I didn't know who my real friends were. Everybody's dealt with that when you're like young and awkward, and you just have to break that wall down. Like she's beating on the drums and just be her best rock and roll self that she could be. Amber, my dear, this is the first day of the rest of your music career. Are you ready?
So ready.
Come with me.
I am a little concerned because everything is going to be about me, but I think a makeover could help my drumming because you kind of have to accept that people are kind of looking at you, but in a good way.
Wowie zowie, this place looks much more glamorous than my punk rock house.
Insane. We turn up at this amazing big new modern castle.
Willam! Willam! Wherefore art thou, Willam?
How did you find out where I live?
So after about a minute and a half of knocking, violent knocking from Jonny, an amazing, beautiful looking drag queen comes to the door who, of course, wasn't expecting us.
Well,
Shouldn't you be in school?
my new neighbor Amber, she needs your help. Can you help us?
Yeah, field trip. Come on.
Yes!
What are we doing?
Willam is my friend who's the breakthrough star of RuPaul's Drag Race. I knew that he would be great with helping me with Amber's look because drag queens are the most true to themselves. They take how they feel on the inside and put it on the outside in a very fabulous way. So, I have a little bit of a project.
What?
Amber is my new neighbor who just moved here from jolly old London. I don't think that Amber's used to seeing drag queens like that in her everyday life. I just really want to have her be the full package.
Oh, I could totally help. Let's go. You're not allergic to transvestites, are you?
Definitely not.
Okay, come on in.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Well, this is a boudoir if I've ever seen one.
This is where everybody gets ready. It's where the magic happens.
So Willam takes me upstairs to his walk-in closet, which I'm very jealous of, and then I see this huge box of makeup, and I'm thinking, oh my god, this person must be amazing. It's like Jonny just kind of took me down the rabbit hole and I met this crazy fairy godmother, Willam.
If you need any help, just let me know. I know my stage last name is Makeup, but I haven't worked a makeup gig in my life, but I'm a fast learner.
Maybe you can brush the weed.
After we had a little bit of a staff meeting of how we were gonna curate this look for Amber, Willam gives me all these weaves to brush.
Brush from the bottom. This is gonna take you a while, so why don't we go start the makeup? You just sit right down, Johnny.
Okay.
We'll be back.
And basically turns me into his assistant.
Okay, get in the hot seat. Now what I like to do you ever see like those dark smoky eyes that all the rock stars have?
smoky eyes.
They're so hard to do because like you worry about getting it all over your foundation. So I just make a big mess on your eyes with a lot of color and then just take a makeup wipe and sweep it out and then you just spray on some foundation because honestly you barely need any. Your skin is perfect.
I have a little thing here.
Really? So you know what that becomes? Beauty mark! You really don't need much help. Oh yeah. Not doing too much. There you go. Glasses off, please. Now, have you ever heard of the term beat a mug? When you beat the makeup. Beat it! Beat it! So, how do you like American schools? Are they different than British schools in any way?
Well, I had to go to a private school, so it's really so different.
Are there mean girls?
They're more really differently brought up than me, so it's really hard to get along with them, and I'm finding that kind of rough to find connections with them.
Willam and I both could see a little bit of our young selves in Amber. We both moved here from small towns, and I obviously felt like an outsider, but it's cool to be an outsider, and I just wanted to let her know that like she could be whoever she wants, even though it's a little awkward and hurts at first.
I got out of high school when I was 16. It's because I graduated early. And
How did you do that?
I took night classes because I didn't have anything in common with anybody I went to school with. I wore too much makeup.
You wore makeup when you were 16?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I kind of became this drag character because it really helped me come out of my shell. And I just want to let you know that it does get better once you get older and you get to pick who you want to hang out with and you don't have to see the same crappy people every day at school.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't get better, it gets bitter. And you can just put that into your music.
I feel like I have a lot in common with Willam. She was also the odd one out at school. She felt like a bit of a stranger to everyone. People always like say that it'll get better, but they're not really thinking about how you feel in the moment. It's a lot harder than people might think, but someone like Willam having a story like that is really inspiring.
Now let's do some hair. It takes a lot of confidence to be a man who puts on women's clothing. And sometimes I consider my makeup my war paint. So maybe you could do the same. You know, and just stare people down. Smoky eyes are good to stare down. You're just like, yeah. Can't smile when you do it. Gotta look mean. Like, yeah, that's it. There you go. Johnny, can we have the hair, please?
Here, I have it completely brushed out. Maybe I can be a hairstylist if Hollywood doesn't work out. So Amber, I know you've been feeling like an outsider, but for me, I think it's cool to be an outsider because you're more different and you stick out more and people are gonna remember you more and pay more attention to you. But eventually, it just passes and you find your real friends and you find yourself as well for sure. I know that story all too well.
All we need now is like something hot to wear.
It's missing a little bit of flavor.
So she's a drummer, so you're behind stuff, so you don't really need like skirt or heels. What about like a real like rock and roll jacket or something?
That is just the ticket.
Yeah, a little jacket will do.
Voila!
Oh, that's cute. This jacket I bought a while ago, and it doesn't fit me at all because I'm a gentleman. And it's for ladies. But it's so cute that I kept it around.
You better work. Yes! Wow, this looks like this mission is accomplished.
Done and done. So go back to practice. See how you do now that you're all fashionable and stuff. And I got a date, so bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye,
Willam. Au revoir. Deja vu.
Don't know what that means.
When everything all came together, it all just seemed like a real result. I think I'm gonna try not to care as much what people might think and just focus on being myself and just never be afraid of who you are. It's really inspiring. So Jonny decides, of course, we had to write a song. 1, 2, 3, 4.
looked like a mini Willam meets like a punk rock Taylor Swift or like a rock and roll Demi Lovato.
From this makeover, I'm going to go into school feeling a lot more confident and a lot more myself, knowing that you could be anything you want to be, even if people don't see you as that. It was amazing.
Basically, to me, she just looked like the amber inside of her that I was dying to see let out, which is what drag queen makeup is all about, bringing your inner self out. Want to know when the next episode's coming out? Check our Twitter @TheStylist or my Twitter @Jonny Makeup.